Hello, I'm back home. Don't mind my messy hair. This is just who I am, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Hi. Okay, so the last time I did a pregnancy vlog, we were on the cruise, which was really exciting. We took a baby moon, which if anybody has the opportunity to take a baby moon before your baby comes out, I would highly suggest it. There's so much happening with preparing for the baby and getting all this stuff together that you don't want to lose that really important time with your partner and that like beautiful intimacy. And it was just a way for us to not only for the both of us to get closer, but even get closer to the baby and just kind of celebrate all of that together. So Lowe's and I escaped, and it was perfect and beautiful and super awesome, and it helped recharge us because now we're back home and really ready to jump in it. And I keep looking around because there's so many things I want to talk about, things that people kind of sent us, things that you guys wrote in that have been like beyond helpful. And I don't know if everybody goes through and reads the comments, so I kind of picked some of the things that I thought, okay, these are things that we totally need to talk about, and these are products that I really want to try. So yeah, I'm really excited to just kind of jump into it. One of the big things that I was talking about in the last vlog was co-sleeping, and there were so many comments about that. You had a bunch of people who had a lot of positive things to say on co-sleeping, and I think there were a handful of people who were against it because they've heard of horror stories, and obviously you have to be very mindful and careful while co-sleeping, but two awesome things kind of popped up while researching that a little bit more. One of them was the Halo bassinet, which I really like. I think it's super simple. It kind of just like pulls up next to your bed. Your baby is right there, right next to you. So if you're worried about, you know, sleeping in the same bed with your baby, you can always pull up that Halo bassinet right next to the bed. I think I'm gonna have one of those. Sorry, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so I have this cough. I'll be fine. Okay, so you can pull that up to the bed, and I think that's a great idea. Something else that people were talking about, and it was actually sent to me, and I didn't even realize how amazing this thing was until I started really doing my research. I thought it was just sent, and I'm like, oh, this is a cool little thing that the baby can hang out in, having no idea kind of just how amazing it was. So basically it's this sleeping thing. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's called DockATot. Hold on, I'm trying to angle it. And they come, I have two different sizes. One is like an infant newborn, and that's the one that I was just holding up. And then there's a really big one, which would just take over this entire screen. But this one is great because I can actually put this in the bed with me. It doesn't take up too much space, where he can actually sleep next to me and there isn't a worry of kind of rolling over. I feel like he could be really safe in there. You know, when I grew up, my mom had all of us in the bed for the first, I think like 6 months or something, and then moved us into the cribs and then slowly into a bed and whatnot. But watching her, because I'm the oldest of 6 and the youngest is only 7 years old, I've really watched how she's done it, and I really like that. I love that connection. I love how much easier it was, and you know, I've asked her, you know, a few things about it, and she really likes co-sleeping. So I'm all for it. If you feel safe, do it, but definitely do your research so that way you are prepared and good to go. But yeah, I really like DockATot and the Halo bassinet. I haven't ordered that yet, but I will be getting it. So those are two things. Okay, what was next? Oh, okay, so I also got shipped this awesome, it's this company called Lorena Canals, and basically they do all these cute little like baby pillows and rugs and whatnot, and they're absolutely amazing. But basically everything is washable. You can literally take this little play rug and throw it in the washer, which is super important when it comes to spit up and poopy diapers. And I'm having a little boy, so I'm assuming he's going to pee all over the place. So I have it over here. I'm actually, I'm just gonna slide it over. Like, I want you guys to see how cute these little things are. This is one of their pillows. It's just, baby stuff is so cute. I kind of, like, even if you're not having a baby, I would order some of this just because it's really, really adorable and it's comfy, and you also know that it's safe, which is awesome. And the fact that you can just throw it in the washer. So I have this. I have a whole rug over here. I'll probably show you guys afterwards, or I don't know, maybe Carlos could be amazing and like put something over here. I don't know, if we have time. If we have time, we'll just like, bloop, this is what it looks like. If not, that's okay. Okay, clothes. I have been overwhelmed with clothes. I feel like part of me is like, oh, you can't have enough, but also I have no idea how quickly he's gonna grow or what size he is when he comes out. Like, all of this stuff is just insane. So every time I go and buy something for him as a newborn, my friend Hannah, who is also pregnant, said definitely buy that and then something like a fur for the few months later. So basically like a 0 to 3 months and a 3 to 6 months, because you just don't know how quickly they're gonna grow, and you don't wanna have to be stressing and shopping when they're that young. So I think cover yourself until the 6-month range. I think that's a good idea. I hope it's a good idea. Okay, I had to write everything out because I didn't want to forget anything, and I could kind of go off the top of my head, but I thought it was easier, so I made notes. Okay, oh, this was a great idea. Somebody talked about getting a wet wipe warmer, and I never ever would have thought about it. But one, it's probably so much more comfortable for your baby, and two, they said it's a lifesaver at nighttime. So when you are changing the baby's diaper at night, it can just really just be a frustrating situation for both parties, for mom and baby or dad and baby. And the wet wipe warmer is not like such a cold wake-up call. So I guess it still keeps them in like their sleepy state, so you can still change the diaper and not upset them too much. So I really liked the wet wipe warmer. It really made me just want a wet wipe warmer for myself as well. So wet wipe warmer, good. It's kind of a weird word to say. Wet wipe warmer. It's like a tongue twister. Okay. Oh, okay, so this was interesting. So there were products on there that people were just loving, like said that they absolutely loved and they swore by it, but then other people were talking about how like that product gave their baby rashes or, you know, upset their baby, whatever. Here's the thing, we have no idea what our kids are gonna respond to at all. We don't know if, you know, Honest products are gonna be exactly what they need, or if it's going to be, you know, like, I don't know what else is out there. What else? You know, baby products, I'm learning still. But you just you don't know, like Pampers, whatever. So I feel like it's like trial and error. You just have to buy a few things, test it out, hopefully everything goes well, and stick to what works and what's safe for your baby. I don't think, I mean, no one child is the same, no one parent is the same, so really just test things out. Something that somebody was saying, which I thought was really cool, it was from, I guess, she's a doula, and she wrote in on the comments, and she was saying, I'm gonna butcher how you pronounce this, by the way. It's a French brand, but apparently it's what they use to clean their babies, and it's amazing. I think it's like olive oil based or something, and it's absolutely incredible. It's called Liniment Oleo Calicari. I have no idea. I'm just gonna, is that? It's probably a little blurry. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Liniment Oleo Calicari. It's what the French use to clean their babies. but I'm gonna look into it because it sounds awesome. I have been doing research on breast pumps, and I'm super, super leaky already, which is, like I said, usually a good sign that you will be producing a lot of milk. Hopefully I will be, because I would love to breastfeed, but God has a plan, so whatever I'm supposed to do, I will be very happy with. But somebody also wrote in saying that it sounds like I might be overproducing breast milk, or I will be a candidate for somebody who will possibly overproduce breast milk. And I remember a long time ago my mom talking about how she really wanted to donate her breast milk to hospitals where there are some children who, whether their parents can't either produce their own breast milk or for whatever reason, they need it. And I actually thought that was a really good idea, especially if I'm overproducing and my son can't drink everything that I'm producing. I don't want to just, everybody says pump and dump. I don't want to do that. I feel like if you can absolutely help give a child healthy, good milk that is loaded with, that will be loaded with nutrients and all the things all the essentials that your baby needs, that your body produces, I would love to donate that. And somebody said that on the comments as well. So I think that's a really, really good idea. So yeah, if I'm overproducing, I would love to donate to the hospital because babies are beautiful and they need nutrients. Okay, where am I at? Okay, I have so many things. My brain is like going all over the place. Pregnancy brain is real. I will be in the middle of talking about something and completely forget what I'm talking about. I felt so badly. My friend Camila came over the other day and I would be telling her a story, and halfway through the story I'm like, Camila, I forgot why I was telling you this story. I know there was a point, but I have no idea what it is. But then 30 minutes later I would usually remember, but it was pretty embarrassing. Anyway, back on track. As far as breast pumps go, 2 of them were just talked about like crazy. One of them was the Medela breast pump. I hope I am saying that right. And the other is called the Spectra 2. I don't know if they work or not. I have never used them. I think later down the line when I try them both, I'll tell you which one I like, or if there is another option, I'll tell you that. But as of right now, those were like the 2 that kept popping up. Highly rated. I was on Amazon. By the way, Amazon has a baby registry, so that kind of blew my mind. If anybody wants to set up a baby registry, Amazon seemed pretty legit because you can, like, they order from everywhere. I mean, how many products can you get at, you know, like Babies R Us or whatever, when literally on Amazon you have products from all over the place. It was amazing. So you can literally start an Amazon baby registry. So check out those 2 breast pumps if you're looking for breast pumps. They sounded good. And then, oh, somebody else said a really good idea. This is for co-sleeping. Sorry, we're jumping all the way back. They were saying that keeping kind of like a goodie basket next to your bed of all the essentials, that way you are just prepared. I feel like it's called like the baby kit. I don't know what we would call it yet. I'll think of something better. But basically just keep that there with like loaded with diapers and your warm wet wipes and any little creams or spit up rags, anything that you are going to need that you don't want to have to go to like the other room in the middle of the night searching for. Just put it right there, like a cute little basket next to your bed, and just let it live there until you switch over into another room for your child. Is that all I had for this thing? That might be it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got through my notes, except there's one last thing that I want to talk about. I didn't bring it in here. I have a picture on my phone, so I'm gonna have to look it up real fast. 2 things one thing that I know people were really talking about that they loved, but one I discovered on this ship, which I have been using every day since then. I know everybody's talking about, or a lot of women worry about stretch marks with being pregnant and what to put on your stomach for stretch marks and, you know, how to avoid that, whatever. Guess what? If it happens, it happens. They are your baby marks, like your baby scars, and it's beautiful. Own it. Don't be worried about stretch marks. However, you should take care of your skin as much as you can prior to your baby coming out anyway, and to alleviate like any itching or uncomfortable stretching. So this one kind of oil, and it's literally for a pregnant woman. It's by LMS. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Basically, it just really nourishes your tummy. It soaks it all in. And I know that a lot of people are worried about certain oils when you're pregnant, because you have to avoid a lot of different oils that are out there. Things that were totally fine before you got pregnant are like huge no-nos right now. So really do your research before you just start slapping stuff on your body, because your skin really soaks all that up and it goes right into the baby. But yeah, I really recommend that. It is made for pregnant women. It's phenomenal. And that I actually am using right now, so I can tell you it's awesome. There is, oh, here it is. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I can't remember, because I made some vlogs that never got posted. But there's this thing, it's a nipple cream, and I haven't had to use it yet because I'm not breastfeeding yet, but apparently it's what you use during breastfeeding, and it's a lifesaver. It's called Mother Love Nipple Cream. I ordered one. Hold on, how do we get this? I want you guys to see it. Boop, boop, boop. I think you can see it. Can you see it? Okay, there we go. I ordered this for me, and then I also ordered some for Hannah and a couple other people who were pregnant with children. But yeah, I've heard great things. Again, I haven't used it yet, so if you guys have, let me know how it goes. Yeah, other than that, I just have a lot of awesome stuff that I'm excited to use. I've kind of loaded up with clothes and these really cool, you know, we got sent, Four Moms has been amazing, and they have amazing products. You can kind of see one there, but basically, oh, that was loud and annoying. Basically, it's these little machines that you put your baby in, and they kind of bounce and shake in different ways. And the one that you can see in the corner right there, the movement that it does is like a swaying, as if you're actually holding your baby, which I thought was really cool. But there's so many cool products out there, and I want to like talk about them, but I never use them, so there's only so much I can say. Like, I think a lot of this stuff looks really cool, and the reviews have been great, so I'm eager to actually try them, and this is what makes me excited for Ocean to come out, because I'm just like, you have so many cool things that you get to kind of play with and experience. But one thing I'm super excited about is we are working with an amazing nursery designer, and she's gonna come in here and just redo this room. That's why it's been kind of empty and this weird color because she's gonna come in and really help us set this up. And I'm really excited because I think it's gonna make everything, not that it doesn't feel real, it totally feels real, but once he has his own room, I feel like it's just gonna really hit us even more, especially Carlos. So this was a longer vlog today, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and again, please continue to comment below because you guys teach me so much. I've learned really so much from you, and I'm so thankful. And that kind of support, especially, you know, not that husbands aren't supportive, husbands are amazing, but they don't know what we're going through. So hearing it from other women is just really encouraging and beautiful and awesome, and I love that we can all lift each other up, and I think that's amazing. Last thing before I close, I wasn't like, I wouldn't say I was scared, but I definitely got a little bit worried. Last week I was having a bunch of Braxton Hicks contractions, which I heard are fine if you're having, you know, a couple or, you know, a few times a day or whatever, but mine were really back to back, and and it did kind of make me a little bit nervous. And you know, I hadn't been to the doctors in a couple weeks, or like a few weeks at that point, and I was thinking like, okay, well, the last time I was in there, my cervix was, you know, nice and tight and thick and good, and nothing should be popping out anytime soon. But I did get a little bit worried, so I ran to the office to make sure everything was good, and everything is amazing and great. But if you ever have these little, I don't want to say like false alarms, but if you ever have these moments where you're not feeling 100% secure with what's going on with your body, just go to the doctor or just ask questions. Like, don't be afraid to call them, because I would much rather you go in for a false alarm than to sit there and play everything off. Not that like you need to make a big deal out of everything, but it definitely just reassured me that like, no, he's fine, I'm fine. I was definitely saying a lot of prayers, which helped like crazy, because I mean, I think you guys know me, my faith has really like pulled me through so many moments of my life, and especially this little moment, just being with Ocean, and you know, even just reading our daily words at night out loud. I know that he can hear them, so I feel like he's getting little like inspiration. I know he's so little, but I really do. I believe in putting that positivity out there for everybody to hear, but also I think it's super important that your baby's hearing it now. Even if he doesn't quite understand it, I think you're instilling the best values in your kid, and it should start now. Don't wait until your child is like 3 or 4 to start reading to them. Literally, I don't know, oh, no one's in here. One of them is in here. We've been given a couple different books, and literally the point of the book is that you are supposed to be reading this to your baby now, and they are just beautiful. I think they're faith-based books, and I think it's just so important to speak words of encouragement over your child and over your little growing bump. So do it. Even if it feels weird, you're allowed to feel weird, you're allowed to be uncomfortable, just do it. It's important. So yeah, that was a lot of talking. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys, and yeah, God bless. Have an amazing day. Go be impactful. Go smile at some people and make their day better. Bye.